So you want to know how to choose a realtor to sell your house. This is a big one, and you're going to get a lot of different answers depending on who you ask. Hi, I'm Lydia Rowe, a realtor here in Tipp City, and on this channel, we like to talk about all things living in the Miami Valley of Ohio. In this video, we'll talk about a few things that some realtors may or may not offer, and my hope is that in doing this, it's going to help you think about what you want in a realtor and ask good questions when interviewing. On a recent listing appointment, the homeowner asked me a great question, and these are his words and not mine. He said, "Why should I hire you instead of the old guy who's been doing this for 30 years and has sold 20 houses in my neighborhood?" If you want to know the end of that story, hang on to the end of this video. But here's my answer to that. I can't speak to the strengths and weaknesses of the particular realtors that you might be considering, but this is what sets me apart, having only been in this industry for 2 years. Selling a house in today's market is not like selling a house even 5 or 10 years ago. I found many agents who've been in the industry and they have these tried and true systems that include sending out listing flyers to the neighborhood, flyers posted by the signs, and open houses, along with all the other things that every other agent should be doing, like professional photos, getting the home listed on all major platforms through the MLS system. And although these systems, they can work, it's a lot of wasted marketing money that actually benefit the realtor more than the homeowner. I'm just being honest, flyers to your neighbors are not usually going to sell your house, but they absolutely might win that agent another listing. Brokers recommend their agents to do this as a form of lead generation for themselves. So it's not a bad idea, and I'm not saying not to let them do it, because why not? But it's not necessarily benefiting you. If the same marketing money would have gone towards boosting placement on major online platforms or creating social media and YouTube videos that are catching the eyes of Google searches, this is a much more beneficial use of those funds. It helps your listing get in front of more actual buyers looking in your area, which is what you want. Let's talk about open houses. Open houses have their place, but when an agent wants to do an open house in the first week or two, again, this is more a benefit to them than to you. If the house doesn't sell after that open house, everyone knows that it's been open and lots of buyers have seen it and passed on it. A more strategic way to use an open house is to put it out 2 to 4 weeks so that buyers have motivation to get their offers in before that many people come through. Pricing. This one is huge and probably the most misunderstood benefit of hiring the right realtor. Some realtors brag about their amazing strategy to sell your house quickly and get in the most offers, and all it is pricing lower than market value. That's not some hidden strategy only known by them. If you price your home below market value, it will sell faster and it will attract the most buyers up front. However, you should be willing to take a great full price offer. And please don't agree to price below what you would be okay with taking with the promise that it will go for over asking. That does work sometimes, but not all the time. Listen, there are a lot of great agents in our area, and anytime that I talk negatively about random, I don't talk about anyone specific, it's just to let you know what's out there. Those are not the normal. I would say the majority of realtors in our area, at least that I've gotten a pleasure to work with, are amazing. They're awesome. You don't need to worry about them, but I'm just letting you know a few of the things that you might encounter when meeting with some listing agents. Another big one, and probably more common, is that some realtors will overvalue your home, knowing full well that you're going to need to drop the price. They really just want to secure that listing. They want you to sign a 6-month to 1-year contract in a market that most houses are selling within 1 to 3 months, and they agree with you, "Oh yeah, I can sell your $300,000 house for $400,000. A lot of homeowners get duped by this one because it plays to their emotions. Most sellers believe their house is worth more than it is. So if you're interviewing agents and you think your house is worth $400,000 and one agent agrees with you and another agent says that they'd want to price it $50,000 lower based on these comparisons, then most sellers are going to go with the agent that say they can sell it for more. My advice to you is this: make them show you where they're getting their ideas about the price. How are they justifying the price based on comps? And also, are they willing to sign a short listing contract so that if you end up needing to drop by that $50,000 after all, you could get out of the contract with them and hire the person that gave you the truth up front? Now, I'm weary of saying things like that because there are really some times when certain properties don't really have good comparisons to draw from, and it is sometimes a stab in the dark on the starting price. And so I'm not really talking about those instances. If you have a super unique property, you may have to throw out a number based on good logic and wisdom of the market, and then you let the market tell you if you're priced right. Good rule of thumb, for every 8 showings, you should have an offer. If you aren't getting showings at all, or if you aren't getting any offers after 8 or more showings, you either have a pricing problem, a property problem, or an access problem. And keep in mind too, that if you don't have good comps to back up your price, even if you find a buyer to to pay that inflated price if the appraisal falls short, you're gonna have a problem. 97% of buyers use the internet for searching for their home. I have a great online presence here in Tipp City, Troy, and in the Miami Valley. You wanna look for someone that has a great online presence in your area. There are online firms who will get your home on the MLS for a flat rate commission. So why agree to pay me a higher commission? That's also a great question. I have so many answers for you. Have you heard the old adage, you get what you pay for? This one certainly rings true in real estate. But not always, meaning there are some real estate agents who charge a high commission and still don't do much for you. So make sure if you're choosing to hire a full listing agent service level that you know what you can expect. Next, something to consider is, are you more concerned about what you will pay your agent or how much you actually net, the bottom line? Because although you might find someone to list for less commission, that really has nothing to do with how much you profit. Your net profit has much more to do with knowledge of the market and pricing your house right, knowing when to fix or what to fix and what not to fix ahead of time, staging and presentation, negotiating offers, and then negotiating again after the inspection, or if there's an appraisal gap. You also net nothing if the deal doesn't close. Little things like calling the lender before accepting an offer, ensuring the buyer's agent is present during inspections because buyers often freak out when they see those 80-page reports, having good relationships with local contractors who can run out and take care of issues quickly, having a reputation with other realtors for being a pleasure to work with can go a long way, and the ability to come up with quick solutions. Besides the bottom line net profit number that I'm quite sure you care about, you might also want to consider this. How many headaches can they save you? How many anxieties? How many problems can they solve for you? How many details can they keep track of? Have them tell you about a time that they saved a deal. So in this digital age, you want someone who will be getting your house in the best position to be seen by all the potential buyers through MLS, social media, YouTube, and their local networks. Of course you want that, but they should also be an invaluable resource for making sure that when your house is seen, it has the most potential to make a great impression and entice offers. They should have good insights into all of this. On top of that, you also want someone strategic on helping you choose the best offer if there's multiples, because it's not always the highest that's the strongest. And honestly, when we get into the contract, we've just scratched the surface of what a realtor should be doing for you from contract to close. Okay, remember how I promised I would tell you the end of that story about the homeowner asking me why he should go with me over someone that has 30 years of experience? Well, he ended up signing with me that day. I had his house listed with professional pictures, a YouTube video that was more than just a home tour and contained key searchable words on Google, and we had it in contract the next day and closed 3 weeks later. Oh, and he netted $5,000 more than expected. Every house is unique, every seller is unique, every situation is unique, and cookie cutter methods are not always the most effective. If you're looking for someone to list your home in the Dayton, Ohio area, and you want to hear more specifically about how I could help, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you aren't in my area but want a referral, I'd be happy to help find a great agent for you. Just click on the referral link in the description. If you want more great information on listing your home, I have videos on staging, pricing, what to fix, home inspections, all the things. Just click on this seller's playlist and educate yourself. Until next time, have a great day.